Welcome to Changeleaders Stories, the podcast where we deep dive into the journey of seasoned professionals, uncovering the insights, experience, and wisdom that have shaped their career. Hi, I'm Roshan Kumar, founder of Change Leaders. In this podcast, we are committed to empower working professionals like you, whether you have just started out or have a years of experience under your belt. Change Leaders Stories is your guide to unlock the secret of success from industry experts. In these exclusive conversations with experts, we start from personal histories of our guests, exploring the pivots and the decisions that have shaped their career. We also explore current topics in the domain, tech and tools, and the future trends worldwide. But that's not all. We address the tough questions like challenges the seasoned professionals face at the senior level and how do they overcome them. So, whether you are seeking inspiration, guidance, or simply a glimpse into the future of your domain, join us at Change Leader Stories, where the journey to success begins with a single conversation.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Change Leaders Stories Season 2. In this season, we are talking to seasoned professionals from the learning and development industry, where we will learn about their journey, how they see the learning and development function evolving, the challenges faced, and the solutions to the same. My name is Amit Bhaumik, and I head the learning and development function for Reliance Retail's product business group. With me today is Mr. Iqbal Singh. Iqbal is the head of learning and development for Cafe Coffee Day, and he's also amongst the top 20 learning and development influencers. Welcome, Iqbal.
Hi, Amit. Welcome and welcome everyone.
Well, good to have you here. So, Iqbal, I would basically the first thing I would like to know is about you, right? Who is Iqbal, and also your personal and career growth.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, Amit, I hail from a small city in Punjab. My town name is Haryana, though it is not the state Haryana. It's a
Right.
small town in Hoshiarpur district of Punjab. So,
Okay.
I did my education from Punjab itself, and I did my graduation from Government College Hoshiarpur. And
Mm-hmm.
my parents, they were in the teaching background.
Very
so
nice.
so I so maybe L&D is there in my genes somehow.
Correct.
And also one of my brother is also as a working as a lecturer, and his wife is also a lecturer. So like it's in our family itself. My grandfather was a freedom fighter,
Mm-hmm.
so I have a strong background of well educated people. And after completing my graduation, I moved from Punjab and then started my career with IBM. That
Okay.
was in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first company, and also my journey with the training started with IBM itself.
Okay.
And Before I talk about my professional journey, I just wanted to share that I have got a very versatile and probably a very blended kind of experience. Though it is all together in L&D, but
Correct.
for short stints, I have worked in other verticals as well.
Absolutely. I've
So
seen that you've worked
apart
with
from my
electronics. Yeah, electronics
yeah,
as
so
well, and many other
electronics is
verticals.
one of the industries. I have worked
Yeah.
with the cosmetics industries as
Yeah.
well. I have worked with the BPOs, and maybe recent one is Cafe Coffee Day. So this is the QSR industry. I'm
Right.
very new to this industry, but I feel that I have probably a hobby of learning different things and implementing my learnings into my profession. So that's
Correct.
why I love learning different things, and probably that's how I have excelled in my journey as well.
Right. Right. And
So I have
absolutely. Yes.
prior to Cafe Coffee Day, I have got good experience working with OEMs like
Mm-hmm.
Realme and Apple and
Okay.
Techno, Huawei,
Wow.
lot of telecom brands. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
yeah. So in the one last 1 year journey has been wonderful and a great journey, I would say.
Right. So lots of learning, and especially when you come from when you come into a startup type of culture, you have to do
Yeah.
everything, and that is something which increases your tenacity and resilience as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice to hear that. Iqbal, I would then get into the question and answer session now.
Yeah, yeah,
And
sure. Yeah.
the first thing which I would like to ask you, in today's world, if there is somebody
Uh-huh.
who feels that he or she wants to get into the learning and development space and make a
Uh-huh.
career in learning and development, what are the things
Uh-huh.
which that person should keep in his or her mind?
That's a very good question. So, first of all, I would probably say that continuous learning is the mantra. So,
Right,
earlier, probably, we would do some certifications and probably we could survive with the help of those certifications for a long span of time. But now,
right.
technology is evolving very fast. So, I feel
Mhm.
that continuous learning, or rather, like these days, there is another term called lifelong learning. So, it's a need of our, or maybe, it's a need of industry. So I
Right,
think continuous learning is going to be the mantra. So we should have a continuous learning. Maybe we can, take help from a lot of podcasts. Maybe we can frequently attend some events in the L&D community. We can read some journals. We can take help from some mentors as well. So these are certain things where probably, we can evolve and maybe grow in this industry. Apart from that, probably, practice is also very, very important. So maybe sometimes as a beginner, if we start focusing only on the delivery part, we probably, focus on that only. But I think L&D as a, holistic approach has got lots of things like planning, developing, designing, right,
correct,
and then delivering, and also evaluation as well. Right. So I
correct.
think we should practice all of these things, and we should not limit ourselves to maybe, just one or two things. Maybe just focusing on designing of the content, or maybe just focusing on the delivery part. So maybe I think if we have to evolve in this industry, we should learn everything, right?
Right,
And apart from that, I think networking is a very important tool these days,
right.
and also a skill that probably we need to develop. uh, so networking helps us a lot in our learning journey, because it helps us in staying updated, right? And it helps us with the to connect with like-minded people as well.
Yeah,
And we get to know about the current trends, how the future of learning and development would be. I think all of these things we can learn with the help of networking itself. Then apart from that, I think mentorship also is
yeah.
very important. We should have a
Correct.
mentor in our life, right?
Hmm.
Because maybe sometimes when we are stuck in our maybe thoughts, we're not able
Right.
to take some decision. That is where I
Correct.
think mentors can help. So I
Absolutely.
think a very good example of mentorship is probably, Bhagavad Gita as well. So where probably, that Arjuna was stuck in taking decisions. So there was some
Yeah.
internal critic that was not,
Correct.
allowing him to take the decisions. And that is when probably, Lord Krishna came and, mentored him. And, that's how the entire Mahabharata happened.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that epic is the history after that. So maybe I
Absolutely.
think I have heard, I have not yet read the complete Bhagavad Gita, but I have heard that there are 18 adhyayas on that mentorship only,
Right.
where Lord Krishna mentored Arjuna for that.
Right.
So then, apart from that, I think if you want to evolve in this industry, you should also be open to feedbacks, right? If you
Yeah.
have
Very important.
mentors, probably you can ask for feedback, and probably, if you go somewhere wrong somewhere, they can help you in correction as well. So you
Correct.
can be open with the feedback and reiterate and, correct yourself.
Correct.
And what else? I think we can add some skills as well. So
Yeah.
maybe
Absolutely.
soft skills, leadership skills. These skills are very important. So maybe some of the soft skills which probably are very important in our industries: communication skills,
Yeah.
facilitation, and creativity, innovation, and
Right.
these are some of the key soft skills. And also to develop leadership skills in you, I think you should take extra responsibilities and maybe showcase your work. So I think these are some of the skills which probably can help evolving us in this industry, whether it is a fresher or maybe experienced person, right?
Right, right, right.
I think I have covered almost everything.
Yeah,
If
a lot of
probably
things
anything
have
that you
been
would like
covered.
to add on, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Iqbal, absolutely correct. जैसे आपने कहा that one very important thing is that they should not just focus only on delivery, because learning and development apart from delivery is also a lot, right? And in the
Yes.
initial phases of the career, I've seen where normally the content is made by the head office and it is sent to the trainers to just
Yeah.
deliver, right? Then trainers
Yeah.
don't get into the scenario where they create content, try to skill up in creating content, try to find the needs, the training requirements, and all these things. But right from the
Yeah.
beginning, if the trainers can start doing that, nothing better. That will surely take them ahead in the career much faster. And yes, having a mentor surely helps a lot. Right, so any senior trainers, if they have, they or even for that matter, sales people, senior trainers, operations people, they should have mentors who can help them move ahead in life. So I think that was a fantastic answer, Iqbal.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think one more thing I wanted to add, probably that is the technological aspect. So I
Hmm.
think that is also very very important these days. So
Yes.
technology is evolving very fast. As
Yeah.
L&D professionals, we should be proficient in maybe if it comes to content creation, then probably we need to have good knowledge about all the tools, starting from PowerPoint presentations to there are lots of tools available online
Yeah.
these days, right?
Absolutely.
Like we can take help from Chat GPT,
Yeah.
right? And maybe all the other
Yeah. Yeah.
technological tools
Absolutely.
where we can take help. And also when it comes to video making, also we can use a lot of online tools available these days.
Hmm.
We can probably, if sometimes what happens is like if we have challenges in recording our own voice, we can use text to speech as well, and maybe
Right.
just do some edit and then make our videos as well. So I
Correct.
think
Correct.
technological proficiency is very very important. So that is something I
Absolutely.
thought I missed, so I thought of
Yes,
adding.
so absolutely. And in fact, in nowadays, without technological proficiency, nobody will be able to move ahead the way the things
True.
are going ahead. Right?
Yeah,
Thank
true,
you.
true.
Thanks a lot, Iqbal. Very, very important points you have covered. Well, after speaking about a person who wants to join the L&D space, I'm moving a bit more ahead, right? And
Uh-huh.
I also would want some actionable tips, although we've covered a bit, for people who are in the mid phase of the career, maybe who are 3 4 years in the learning and development function. What do you feel they should be doing uh, in their career, maybe 3 4 years, 5 years into the learning and development function?
Uh-huh. So I think probably all the points we have covered are same for these people as well.
Yeah.
However, additionally, probably if I have to talk about some holistic approach, I feel that
Yes.
there are 5 domains in our life. So this is
Hmm.
probably not only specific to L&D function,
Yeah.
probably as professionals for everyone. So maybe these 5 domains are finance and health, relationship,
Correct.
career, right? And maybe the fifth one is our inner life, right?
Correct.
So I think if you want to grow in this industry, if you are in the mid level or maybe you are stuck somewhere, probably I
Hmm.
think you need to look at these 5 domains and see where you are lacking. So maybe one of them would be there where you lack, right? So when it comes to finance, I'm not saying that how much are you earning, how well you are managing your finance, right?
Right.
Then health is very important these days, especially after COVID times. Probably that COVID is ended, but there is a
Right.
term called long COVID, which is still
Right.
going on, right? People are
Hmm.
facing a lot of issues in terms of health. Maybe recent multiple deaths with heart attacks could be one of the news which is there in the in the media. However, there
Correct.
are other lots of health issues people are facing after COVID, it has impacted our life. It has given us a lot of things like our overall performance have been reduced, right? We are facing challenges with in terms of our mental health,
Correct.
anxiety, work pressure. We're not able to deal with these things, so we need
Correct.
to have an approach and take help from the correct sources. Maybe we can take help with the therapist, or we maybe if we have some good mentor, we can talk to them,
Yeah.
right? And to care good about our health, we should build some habits.
Right.
We should probably focus in doing exercise regularly, going for walks, because if we'll stay healthy, we can grow. If we'll face regular health issues, then probably we'll have challenges in growth in our career, right? Apart from that, when it comes to relationships, so relationship again has like how is relation our relationship with ourselves, right? Then how is our relationship with the outer world?
Right.
And probably maybe I'm a strong believer in God and divinity, so probably I would say how well we are connected with the universe as well, right?
Right.
So I think doing good in relationship also helps you a lot in growing. And of course, then career is there, or maybe if you are planning to do business, or maybe you are a freelancer doing some training business at your own also, then you need to look at all the aspects which we covered in the question one.
Right.
Probably
Absolutely.
career related things I have already covered in question
Absolutely.
one, so
Absolutely.
probably I won't say. And
Correct.
inner health, as I said, mental health challenges are growing a lot these days. I think
Yeah.
we need to look at that and accept it, and take corrective measures and steps to get back probably again from the long COVID phase. Yeah.
Right, absolutely, absolutely, and very important points you've touched upon, Iqbal. And yes, even physically also, if I would say that today, if a trainer is doing maybe
Uh-huh.
an induction for 3 days continuously, right, it
Yeah.
becomes very strenuous for the trainer as well, right? In such a scenario, it becomes very important that he takes care of his health, mental and physical
Yeah.
both, right? Because
Mhm.
if the trainer is the person who's training is happy, right, the participants will also be happy, right? You will feel like
Yeah, definitely.
doing things better, right? And
Uh-huh.
obviously overall it helps in the training as well, it makes the training better. So yes, every
True.
point which you've spoken is very important, especially for trainers who are into long delivery of training as well, right? Thank
Yeah.
you, thanks a lot. With that, we move to the next question, right?
All right.
And well, we thoda sa you have spoken about networking, right? And
Uh-huh.
how important. So basically, I would want you to speak a bit more on why networking is important for a
Uh-huh.
learning and development profession, and how we should be moving ahead with it for a
Yeah, sure,
learning and
definitely.
development professional. Yeah.
See, actually, networking, when we talk about networking, I know that because of our needs and greeds, it had become a very commercial kind of word, But probably if you ask me about networking, probably, पुराने time में लोग सत्संग में जाते थे, why they would go to a satsang,
Right.
right? To build a relationship, right? And
Correct.
to learn, right? So I
Right.
think probably in our space as well, networking is nothing like a satsang itself, I would say. So, because we learn, right? We get mentors there, right? And
Yeah.
we get to learn from them, right? And if I talk about networking, probably networking is for me, I'll divide it into two parts. So one is probably when you are a working professional working in a company. So
Mhm.
how internal networking can help you? Probably
Right.
it helps you for stakeholder engagement. So as a
Mhm.
learning and development professional, probably you would be dealing with multiple departments, right?
Correct.
So like for example, if I say in my company, in CCD itself, we have around 20 different departments, right? So
Right.
if I have to ensure that learning is imparted or enabled equally in all the departments, then I'll have to
Right.
talk to them. So probably stakeholder engagement is something where networking helps. Apart from that, understanding the organization's needs, uh, and then after that, maybe it helps you to get to know about the industry trends as well, what's going on in your industry or in your company, right? Then also it helps you to collaborate with them as well. So
Right.
maybe L&D, if you talk from a holistic approach, probably we are the enablers, right? So
Correct.
maybe networking helps us in connecting with various departments, and we enable learning, right, with our collaborative approach, especially when it comes to, departmental inductions. It helps us a lot, right? If you
Absolutely.
have a good relationship with your peers and different department leaders, you will easily be able to execute your inductions or maybe the learning without any kind of conflicts, right? And also
Absolutely.
it helps you with career advancement as well, right? So
Correct.
probably somewhere it will help you to personally grow in your company as well. In one of my companies, what happened that the company faced a ban,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that time they decided that okay, they have to shut down the L&D vertical. first
Mm-hmm.
first was the vertical, L&D vertical.
Right.
Probably I was the only 4 or 5 people out of 150 team members in my team who actually got an opportunity to work in marketing team at that time. It
Right.
was just because of my networking skills, or probably people were aware that probably I can be a fit in that vertical. In tough
Correct.
times, if you don't have a job, probably you won't have any option, right? And with my good knowledge and support from mentors, we did really well in that time, in that phase.
Right.
Again, after
Right.
some time, I probably moved into the L&D function, but in that duration, probably I accepted it, and it was a great learning for me. I actually got an opportunity to manage community. So
Right.
community probably is a very new term for many industries still, but in
Mm-hmm.
telecommunication, it's a very common thing. And you have to deal with fans, you need to do events with them, you need
Mm-hmm.
to take them to different events like photo walks, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe you take them to factory visits and all. So I got a
Right.
chance to lead that vertical, and it helped me a lot. So I think career
Correct.
advancement can be one of the things which helps. And when it comes to your external personal network, again, as I think I covered these points earlier as well, that
Right.
if you probably attend external events, you go there, or maybe if you are very active on social media platforms, you write blogs, you probably participate in events, you participate in discussions like we are doing today, right? So it's kind of help, maybe you learn, you probably share your learning with your mentees as well. So
Correct.
all
Correct.
this is with the help of networking only. So I
Right.
think
Right.
I covered most of the things. In case
Absolutely.
you need to elaborate
No,
more,
no,
please let me know.
you
We are
have
running out of
covered
time as
everything.
well.
You have covered everything here, and
Okay.
yes, so networking, absolutely, it is very, very essential. Uh, in the
Yeah.
learning and development, the first and the most important thing I think is where we should know what the business goals are,
Sorry.
and as per the business goals, we need to contribute. And till the
Yeah.
time, and in order to achieve the business goals, each and every department works together, right? And that
Yeah.
is where learning and development professionals come in the picture, because we are people who work with each and every department, right? And support them to ensure that the
Yeah.
business goals are achieved. So that is where the networking surely helps a lot. Iqbal, thanks a lot. We'll go to the next
Thank
question,
you.
which I wanted to ask you, another very important thing, and that is, well, what according to you are the new technological advancements or the emerging trends which now you are seeing, जो पहले नहीं था, but now some new things which are coming in the learning and development space.
Okay. So I feel, especially after COVID, I think maybe the requirement for virtual or hybrid kind of learning has emerged.
Right.
Though I am aware about these trends, I long back when I used to work for IBM in 2004-5, we used to have virtual trainings that time as well. And I
Right.
remember in my Arcom days as well, we used to have our worlds those days, and I used to do
Yeah.
virtual trainings, right? But
Correct.
I think maybe it was not common, but especially after COVID, and with the technological advancement, especially tools like Zooms, Teams, they have helped us in doing more virtual sessions, and they are cost effective as well. though they
Right.
have their own challenges, but maybe due to their cost efficacy, probably they are very popular still as well. Apart from that, I think personalized learning is one of the requirement which has emerged. You can customize the learning as per your requirement, or maybe the vertical just
Right.
in time learning, right? And
Correct.
probably micro learning is also one of the terms which has evolved a lot in the past.
Yes.
Though I am not very much in support for that, though it is a need of our, you can make videos as per your requirement, but I feel that
Correct.
micro learning cannot help you everywhere. For a
Correct.
detailed knowledge, I think detailed video sessions would be required. But yes, it is
Right.
a very important tool which is growing these days. Otherwise, we need to be very careful when we are making content for micro learning. Otherwise, it can be as good as a cheap dopamine.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
apart from
Hmm.
that, I think gamification, you can add, maybe it has always been there, but yes, maybe after that, different evolutions of technology, gamification has also evolved. Maybe, we can differentiate between the offline and online gamification. And maybe these days in Zoom sessions as well, people do breakout rooms and do some,
Correct.
games there, so activities there. So I think this is also one of the points. And technological advancements, if I say, then AI probably would be the biggest disruption.
Yeah.
AI, especially in our industry, Gen AI is something which I can talk, right? And everybody is talking about Gen AI these days. It's a very important technology. I think it's a new revolution in the industry. However,
Absolutely.
it has its own challenges since it is very new, and also the AI also needs training. So we need to ensure that only good people, good experienced people train the AI, so that
Correct.
it is providing the accuracy and good results. And
Right.
apart from that, there are lots of things or challenges related to AI as well. If you want me to
Hmm.
discuss, I can just elaborate now. So maybe some challenges like ethics
Hmm.
related, laws related challenges are there, and also
Right.
maybe the quality of content. Sometimes we just start relying on AI and just copy paste the things. So I think
Correct.
that is where the human touch is lacking. And
Absolutely.
maybe empathy is something where AI cannot help us. So these are
Correct.
certain things where probably we need to work ethically and responsibly. So that is why
Right.
I really love the term called co-pilot, which is if, made by Microsoft. They have not
Correct.
named it as a pilot; it's a co-pilot.
Right.
So you have to be the
Absolutely.
pilot and ensure that you are just taking the help from co-pilot to enhance the skills, not
Correct.
copying pasting whatever
Yeah.
Copilot is doing.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Fantastic. Very nice answer. Well, Iqbal, you are an influencer yourself, right? So normally, what do you do to keep yourself updated on the learning and development trends and the best practices जो है? आप खुद को कैसे updated रखते हैं?
Okay. Well, to update myself, I keep on learning. So maybe lifelong learning is something that we discussed earlier as well. It
Yeah.
is a mantra in my life as well. So I keep learning, continuous learning. I take help from lots of journals. I listen to lots of podcasts, and maybe I'm very frequent visitor on LinkedIn. So I am also writing blogs, right? And also
Yeah.
I have I visit a lot of events as well.
Correct.
So to learn things, and where people, thought leaders come and they share their inputs, so that you
Yeah.
are aware about the trending technologies, and what is the future of L&D. All these things you learn from various events. So I am a frequent visitor to all these spaces, whether it is
Right.
offline events or maybe online space. So
Correct.
online social media has a lot of things. Maybe we just need to be careful when we are using the social media.
Correct.
Probably we can focus on visiting certain podcasts which are related to L&D community itself, rather than just
Right.
scrolling the random content. So I think that is where we can learn. So
Right.
these are the things that I do to keep me
Right.
updated.
Superb, superb.
Yeah.
Well, Iqbal, thanks a lot for sharing your valuable experience and knowledge with our listeners. I'm sure that everything which you spoke about is surely going to help each one of us, right? Well, listeners, in case you find this episode useful, please do share, like, and subscribe Change Leaders Stories on YouTube and Spotify. We look forward to your feedback in the comment section, obviously. So, this is Amit Bhaumik and Mr. Iqbal Singh signing off from Change Leaders Stories. Hope to see you again next time with another interesting episode next week. Iqbal, again, thanks a lot to you.
Thank you so much, Amit. It was really wonderful interacting with you. I
The
hope I
pleasure
could
was
answer
mine.
your questions.
Absolutely. And I'm sure everybody will get a lot of understanding about the learning and development through you. Thank you. Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
so much. Thanks, Amit.
Thank you for joining us on Changeleaders Stories. We hope today's episode was inspirational and you have got few valuable insights as well. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe to the channel of Changeleaders Stories for the future episodes as well. You can also share it with your friends and colleagues. We would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. Your feedback helps us in shaping the conversation that matter most to you. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading the change. This is Roshan Rawat signing off.